So The Sims 4 has a few different after-school activities for teens to join. From the cheer team to the scouts, your Sims can join any of these 6 activities, but the hangout locations that were given in-game are kinda lame. Like, the computer room is just a desk with 3 old computers, the cheerleading squad gets literally 1 mat to practice on, and the drama club is a rabbit hole, which is really boring. But I want to fix all of this. I want to build my own teen hangout spot in The Sims 4 where all of these different clubs can gather and hang out there instead. I also think it would be really fun to make the clubs unique somehow. Like, I'm thinking a computer team for Outdoorsy Sims or a football team for theater kids. Like, I want to go outside the box with these clubs today. And by the way, there is a huge September sale going on right now for Sims packs. I feel like a lot of people wait for these sales because the packs are so expensive normally. So if you want to support my channel, since I am in the EA Creator Network, you can use my code sydneymacoretta at checkout on the EA app or on thesims.com, and I'll earn a small commission off your purchase. So we're going to be building in Brindleton Bay today. And the first thing I'm going to do is open up the traits panel, and we're going to add in the teen neighborhood lot trait. This is just going to make it so that more teens will be like walking by the area, hanging out around here, and things like that. So for the outside, I think I want this to be pretty big, and I think I also want to make it abandoned. I want it to be like these teens took over the building somehow, and I've never built an abandoned fire hall, so I feel like that would be a fun idea. We're going to make this 2 floors. I was also thinking about making lofts inside. Like, eventually we could punch out part of this top floor, and then we could have some of the different clubs like looking down. It would make sense for the fire hall too. I think that could be a cool idea. So let's start building out the front part. This can be the entryway here, and then I wanted to go and get some of the big doors. When we picture fire halls, obviously we're gonna have the big doors where the fire trucks can come out of, and there's usually multiple of them, so we could use this door here from Snowy Escape, or the industrial loft kit also has this one, but I'm really just trying to use these for spacing right now. We can build some separation in between the doors. I'll do the same thing on this side, and I'm gonna bring this part up too. I'm aiming for like old vintage looking. We'll have lots of detail on here, but it's definitely gonna be overrun by plants. I want to find a red brick for this. There's this one from City Living, but then there's also this one here from Businesses and Hobbies, and I really like the dark red there. I'm gonna add a fence above these doors just so there's a little extra something up there, and I think before anything I'm gonna roof it. So we're gonna go in first with a hipped roof, and I'm gonna add this over here to the left, and we're gonna bring that all the way across like this. Then we're gonna do something similar here at the front. I'm just gonna take that hipped roof piece and we'll bring it into the back like this. Same thing for that little front bit. I might change this over to a bluey roof paint. And I'm also thinking we should add a tower. So I'm just gonna go right in the center of this here, and I'll raise this up so this is gonna be 4 floors up. We can just add some roofing at the top bit. And then for the small like 1 tile bump outs, I think I'm just gonna add this in as like a 1 tile roofing piece. Let me see how this looks. Actually, yeah, I kind of like it. Then we can go in with some roof trim. I'm gonna bring the trim all the way around the bottom too. And then for some added roofing detail, I'm gonna go in with this fence from High School Years, and I'm just gonna trace around the top of the roofing. It has like these little points that you can kind of see, and so far I'm trying to just make this look like how it would have when it was active. I'm not going in and messing it up just yet, but maybe we should start doing that with the windows. There's a few different options we have for that rundown look, like these ones from Werewolves. This is like an old factory window. We could also play around with this open brick one. That could look good at the front. Werewolves also has this rundown looking door, and then if we needed to switch it up at all, Life and Death has some with like broken glass swatches like this one. Maybe our teen Sims like came into this place by breaking in through the window. And then I'm also thinking about making my own window boxes. So with the fence that I used at the front, I'm just gonna bring this out. Maybe we can slide these over a little bit, and I'll just use the fencing to make my own balcony. Then we can add some trim on there, and I feel like that looks better than like some of the other options that we have that attach on like this. I'm gonna add some flooring leading up at the front. I might also wrap this around too. I really like this one from Base Game. This one can be annoying to use sometimes because like you need it to line up properly. I also want to leave a space in the back for some of our Sims to practice outside. We're gonna need room for the cheer squad out here and like the football team, so I'll leave that space back there for now. I'm gonna finish doing the outside decor, like making it look nice, and then we can go in and mess it up a little bit. I'm adding these spires from Strangerville. We also really need a sign, like something that's gonna say fire hall. I don't know what our options are gonna be though. Like nothing neon. This could maybe work from For Rent, or even if the cozy bistro kit had something, I feel like we could get away with this, or even this one. Maybe this one matches a little better, so let's go with that. And then I also wanted to come onto the gallery and see what we have for fire trucks. There are people who like mod their game with a tool mod, and they can create the coolest things. Like these fire trucks, for example, these are just random pieces from the game that they've put together. Like this is so cool. Literally, how even my brain cannot even comprehend. Like these are cabinets. They even have these little levers at the side, which they created using this captain's wheel. Again, my brain just does not work this way. It is so cool to me. But this one looks too shiny, too brand new. It looks like the same user actually uploaded quite a few, including this antique fire truck. This is more so what we need. So I'm gonna place this. I think I'll place a couple of them in the driveway. Oh yeah, those are so cool. They look run down. Again, with the cabinets as like the back part. So cool. But then we can go and put maybe some like, I don't know, grass underneath. That is concrete there though. So maybe these are just weeds that blew in the wind and got stuck under there, or just like weeds growing through the concrete. I also want to start bringing in some of the vines from vampires. There are different fall colors in here too, so we can change it up. I feel like it looks better when it's like a little wild too. So I'm just kind of like playing around with different options. We need some more trees. Again, since it's fall in my game, they're all changing color. For landscaping, we can add some of the unkept shrubs. I think I'm gonna start doing some of the landscaping so that we can start doing some of the outdoor club hangout spaces. Okay, so this is the outside of our abandoned fire hall. I went in and messed it up a little bit more. We've got some cracks there on the doors. Obviously, we've got all the vines. I didn't want it to be dirty, just like forgotten about. Coming to the back, we have a few more details going on. We've got our landscaping. There's some little things here and there, like some factory rubble, just like some old bricks and maybe materials that are just dumped there. There's an abandoned car over to the side. I do still want to furnish this back section though. And like I was saying before, I want these to be unique. So I was thinking for the cheer team, I think I want them to be a cheer team full of like band kids. I'm picturing like a punk rock kind of thing. So they're like cheerleading, but they're kind of like aggressive about it. Honestly, a pop punk cheer team sounds great. So right now I'm gonna make them a little stage. I'm hoping the platforms will work with the cheer mat. Okay, yeah, this is just gonna have to take up like a big section back here. I feel like we can move this forward a little bit so our cheer team has a little more room back there. Okay, this is better. They have a little more space. There's one that you can actually unlock, which has a bunch more swatches. So I'm gonna pick one, maybe just one that like matches the outside. Like this one looks cute. And then in the background here is where we can add our instruments. I feel like this would actually be really cool. Like you have the band going, but then the cheer squad will be part of the show as well. And maybe they can swap out, like switch playing instruments. A lot of keyboard here. And the thing is, we could make all of this actually happen. Like we could make this functional. We would just have to do it a little differently. So with the Sims 4 get together, we can actually create our own clubs. And then what you can do is go in and add your own club activities. So we could pick cheerleading, but then you can add in new skills like play an instrument. We could add listen to music, sing, produce new track. Like we're gonna have a cheerleading band. And then you could just have your Sims gather in this location instead. So we can do that for every club that we make today. I want to also add some seating so maybe Sims could come and watch this performance, watch them practice. I'm gonna give them more practice mats inside, but this is where we're gonna have this stage. And then another idea that I had was an outdoor computer club. Like I was thinking about adding some picnic blankets from Lovestruck, and I wish there was a way for me to put laptops like on the ground. It would be really cool if Sims could just come out here and sit on the picnic blanket with their laptops. I was thinking about just adding desks with computers out here for them. Like this could be where they could gather for it, but if we do that, then they're probably gonna get damaged in the rain. So what we could do is make our own roofed area outside. I'm gonna try and add a roof like this. Oh, actually we could make it glass. It will still stop the rain. And I'm gonna open it up. I was thinking about just adding a pergola, but I don't know if the game would recognize that as a roof. Like I'm not sure if electronics would still get ruined under there. So I'm just gonna play it safe. I'm going in and adding this. We can keep our picnic blankets out there, but then we'll go in and add some computers here. I'm pretty sure this would work. I'm pretty sure the game would recognize that as a roof, and then everything underneath it would be safe from the rain. I feel like this is what I need my office to be. Sometimes I can't stand sitting inside all day on the computer when I'm like editing and stuff, but like this way you would get the best of both worlds. Like I'm picturing an esports team or something, or like a bunch of programmers just working out here like this. I'm sorry, that would be so fun. How do we make this happen? Those desks and chairs are from Enchanted by Nature, and I'm just gonna go in and start adding little lights out here for them, like this acorn unicorn light. That's also from Enchanted by Nature. Of course, we can add things like book clutter, games, maybe they're gaming out here. I can even give them some animals, like this can be an axolotl tank. Horrible idea right next to the computer, but that's the beauty of The Sims. We can also give them a bug. I do not see the bug that's supposed to be in this one. Oh, maybe I have to go in live mode for it to show up. Oh, there it is. They have a little butterfly. I'll give them some little plant clutter. We can give them like a couple old gardening pots too. And I'm also gonna raise up some fairy lights so they have some lighting outside. I'm finishing this off with a little bit of terrain paint. We've got the picnic blankets, but I'm also just gonna add a picnic table. I think I'll add a few of them because it seems like we're gonna have quite a few Sims coming and going. And I'll place the barbecue nearby too. I'm gonna use this one that's made out of like a drum. I'll put this here by the other picnic table. All we need left is room for the football team to practice, and all they really need for that is the football. Then you can use that item to play like regular football practice. You can try difficult football practice. And keep in mind too, my lot technically ends right there, but they can use all of this space in live mode. Oh my gosh, wait, look how cute this is at nighttime. So yeah, I'm gonna add a few footballs just scattered around. I'm trying to think of how else we could make the football team unique. I was thinking about doing the theater kid idea, but we already have the band kids and I don't want them to compete for stage presence. Although that would be kind of funny. They could be a football team of space nerds or like science kids or math nerds. They're out here trying to like calculate how fast they have to throw the ball. I'm gonna add some tires for seating out here. This one might make more sense inside. I'm gonna have to build a gym for them and the cheer squad actually. So for the football team, I'll give them their telescopes. They've got their footballs. And I think this is all I'm gonna do for the outside area. Okay, let's go inside. I'm gonna start working on the layout, and I did say I wanted this to be a loft style. So I'm hoping we can do that without breaking too much of the outside. It doesn't have to be too big of a loft either. Like I can punch out that middle part like that. The only thing I'm kind of worried about is the trim. Like I can see it breaking already in some spaces outside. I mean, so far it's not bad, but I did want to change this to a fence. Okay, there we go. Then we're gonna have a bit of a fun layout upstairs happening. We are gonna need 2 sets of stairs, but that's okay. I'll just add 1 on either side. And actually, if we are making a gym, that does make sense here too, because the fire hall, maybe they left their equipment. For the wallpaper up here, I'm thinking about just using concrete. Like this one is from Jungle Adventure. We can play around with it, maybe make some of the walls different. So let's start over here with this gym. And this gym is going to be for our nerdy football team. I want to have a few different exercise machines for them. Like maybe we can give them a couple treadmills overlooking the loft. I'll lay out some more punching bags over on this side. We can obviously have some mirrors set up for them. We can add some industrial lighting. We're gonna add some football pictures, but then I also want to bring in the space decor. Right now I'm adding in these pictures. These are from the Crystal Creations kit. The swatches on these are so cool. Definitely giving off that space vibe. I still want old curtains in here. Like they're just teens. They're trying to maintain this place. I'm pretty sure we have some space themed rugs somewhere. Oh yeah, Crystal Creations. Oh, there's the moon rug too. Wait, I love this so far. They can get the moon lamp, but then I'm also gonna add a couple footballs like inside too. There's also the golden champion football, which might match a little better. There's a space picture from high school years, but then I'm pretty sure we also have some football posters. Yeah, like these ones here. I think I'll also add some beanbag chairs around here, and we can even get some of the stars hanging from the ceiling. So far we have our space themed gym, but I do want to add a big table in this spot for them. Like we could put some of these tables together from werewolves. I'll add in some old chairs. I'm just changing some of the swatches over on these, but then I also want to add in some laptops in here. Maybe they also have their own secret like computer club meeting, or this could just be where they have their team meetings. I'll add some more footballs in here. This is where we could add some of the flags, and I'll add a chalkboard right here for them. So like, yeah, this is where they're doing their team planning and like all of their calculating. I'm also gonna add in this moon rug underneath the table. We could add some of the starlights for the space theme. I'm also adding in some of the wall decor that makes it look more run down. And I'm just gonna add any more like football pictures that I can find, and some space pictures too. All right, so there we have our space themed lofty gym. Their team name could be like the Space Invaders or the Astronauts. Club activities for them would obviously be play football toss. They can use the telescope. They could do research. They could read. They can work out, obviously. So that could be some fun, different ideas for them. Across the way, we're gonna have to make another gym, and that's gonna be for the cheerleaders. Our punk cheerleaders. I think I'm gonna change the color of the flooring. Maybe we can get some brick over here too. We can try and go a little darker with the wallpaper. And okay, there's a few things that I want to include on this gym. Obviously, we need our gym equipment, but then I also want to have some of the solo cheer mats. I'm trying to figure out how we can get the most out of this space. So like we could have 5 mats over here, and I want to use stuff from Moschino to decorate. So like we can add this trunk, we can add a neon sign. I was using the amps outside, like that makes sense. They need music to practice. I definitely want to add cheerleading decor, like we can add the pom-poms, but then we also need the band posters. High school years has some of the records we can use. So they have their posters there. We still need to add in like the gym equipment. I think theirs is going to be a little bit more rundown as well. I'm not exactly sure how they're going to be funding this place. Maybe some of the things were brought from home. Some of the things are just like makeshift things they made. And then we have to incorporate in the band practice as well. So I'm going to add some of the guitars over here, some microphones. Maybe they perform up top here too. These Sims are either going to be the best of friends or they're all going to hate each other and they're going to have to gather here on like separate days. I'm giving them this table, and on there I want to add a speaker. Actually, maybe we should do a record player. Like I'll raise this one up. I'll use this table instead. And then we can add some stuff from the basement kit. Like I'm going to add some records. Oh my gosh, wait, I forgot about these pictures from werewolves. I wonder if something like this exists. Like a punk cheer team. Please tell me there's somewhere out there. Oh, another cheer thing we have is the microphone. I'm going to raise some of these onto the table. The black and pink ones are iconic. And here we have our punk rock cheerleading team hangout. This is so fun. I need to see this in action too. Like I really need to see the cheerleaders practicing while they're like playing their instruments at the same time. They're hanging out listening to music together too. Club activities again could be cheerleading, playing instruments, working out, listening to music. And if we wanted, we could produce music if we have the mixing station. So there we go. Let's move on to the next one. That's gonna be it for our lofts. I love that these two are like facing off too. Oh, you know what we need is a big pole. Since you know this was a fire hall, I guess I can put one right here. It would like go towards the door. This is just a light pole. Maybe I'll delete. Oh no, we're not gonna do that. They're gonna have to hop the fence to get to the pole. Maybe that's why this place is abandoned. That is definitely a flaw in the emergency procedures here. Okay, going downstairs. We're going to need bathrooms somewhere, so I think I'll section that off here. Obviously, if we have gyms and stuff, I wouldn't mind including a shower. So we could get 3 full bathrooms back here. I just had to move those windows over. That way we can fit showers. The layout on these, they're gonna have to be slightly different just because of like the placement of the doors and stuff, but we should definitely be able to fit everything. Like they'll have toilets, showers, and sinks. These wouldn't be overly personalized either because technically these would be like workplace bathrooms, but we can say they've personalized it a little bit. Like maybe they added pictures on the mirrors, and then of course we can add random posters in here too. Maybe the outdoorsy computer sims are like bringing plants in to decorate. So there we have our bathroom. I do want to include a kitchen and stuff like that too, just in case sims wanted to stay, but I want to make sure we cover all of our clubs first. I was thinking about putting our outdoorsy computer club over in this corner because then we could give them a little side door. I'll have to go in and move some of this stuff over though so they can get out. Wait, the door is almost completely hidden. I barely even saw it. Yeah, we'll just move some of these vines. We can give them like a cute little path leading to their computers. These stones actually look a lot better. And then obviously we need to cover this spot in plants. Those desks looked really pretty, so I think I'm gonna bring a couple of those here as well. And we don't have to go crazy with this because obviously they're outdoorsy sims. They're gonna want to be outside. So I'll just add a couple more computers in here. But I was thinking we could combine this one with the Scouts Club. The Scouts come with outdoor retreat, and it's another after school activity that you can join. And I was thinking about changing up the Scouts like we're doing with all these other ones, giving them an opposite aesthetic, but like what else could you really be scouting? Like you kind of have to go outside to do the scouting, right? So we'll combine those two clubs. I'm also adding a bookshelf over here. I wanted to add in a lot of the Enchanted by Nature stuff. Some of these pictures are super cute, but then we also have to bring in the computer element. We can add the computer team flag. I want to add some of the gaming pictures like this, but I feel like this matches a little better, and I know there's other gaming posters we can add in. There's the classic Sims one. This matches a little better, I think. Oh, some of the comfy gamer kit posters we can add too, like the My Sims one. Maybe we can add one over each door. That's kind of everything. Oh, we could add the Enchanted by Nature unicorn rug. This is giving like nerdy, outdoorsy, fantasy. I'll put that under the desks. And like, do we section this part off? The thing with there being being a loft up top is that it's kind of hard to build rooms in this area. So if we don't section that off, then everything is going to be wide open. And also then we can change the wallpaper in this room to green. We just need a little more clutter on our desks. We can add a few more things from the comfy gamer kit. These plants are perfect for this room actually because they're like game themed, but they're plants for our nature sims. I can add a few of these in here. So we have our nature themed computer club. This one's my favorite so far. I love this idea. And like this combined with their outdoor space too, and with the scouts being thrown in there, is such a vibe. Club activities here would obviously be programming, play video games, and then there's so many outdoor activities we could add. We could make them go hiking together. They could build the natural living skill, basically just like sleep outside, look for frogs, look for axolotls, tend the garden. Like there's tons of different options here. I'm gonna add the axolotl thing because that is just so random. And maybe I'll add go hiking too. Why not? In their spare time, they play video games and program and look for axolotls. And this is great because I can add just like a cabinet in the corner and we can add axolotls up there too. Look how cute they are. You know what I think we're gonna do here is delete this archway. I'm gonna build a room right here. I'll add a door, and in here we can add a few bunk beds. These ones I'm adding are for werewolves. They have that like run down look. I'm gonna completely cover this door too. We don't need it unless we wanted Sims to be able to like sneak in and out of there, but I did cover it up with vines. Actually, let me see. I wonder if that is still functional. By the way, this September sale thing is so annoying and constantly popping up. But anyway, I wonder if we could delete this door and if my sim can go through those vines. Oh, I think they still can. Actually, that's kind of cool. This diva, by the way, thank you, queen. Let's actually cover this completely. I think it's kind of a cool idea. If I cover it completely, can we still get through there? Let me see. That way it's kind of like a secret passageway. Oh my gosh, I love it. I'm gonna add some backpacks in this room. This way, if Sims snuck out, maybe they couldn't be found. I wonder if there's a way you could lock the door for everyone but club members or like all adults or something. Maybe we can add some graffiti in this room. Oh no, our secret, not so secret bedroom is completely visible. I totally forgot about the lofts. Okay, we can't do it. That is not gonna work. Okay, you know what? Instead, maybe they all sleep on like these old couches. We can add an old table like this, maybe left over from the fire hall. I feel like we should probably add things like fire extinguishers everywhere and like a hose, maybe two. I can put a couple on the wall over here too. I'm gonna fill this up with clutter, maybe some snacks, like some cereal. I love that this just feels like a big teen, like misfit hangout place. Maybe they don't fit in at the clubs at their school and that's why they gather here. I might even just add like an old TV kind of just on top of the table like that. I love also that it's super messy in here. So we've got like the most makeshift living room. I still wanted to do chess club and the drama club. Those are the only two we haven't done yet, but I do still need a kitchen. So maybe we can do like a makeshift kitchen over to the corner here. One idea I did have was to combine like the drama club with cooking somehow. Like I think it could be really funny if the drama club was super dramatic about their cooking. I just don't know how we would do that unless we put them up on a platform too. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna draw a room like this and I'm gonna try and raise this up on a platform. I'm drawing it like that so that I'm not affecting my stairs or any of the other rooms. And then we're gonna delete the walls and I'm gonna bring my kitchen stuff back up here. Oh, I can bring the platform all the way along there too and it doesn't affect my stairs. Everything is still good up here. And now our kitchen can be a stage. I can add a small set of stairs leading up over here and we can try and make the whole thing look like a set. I'm gonna shrink these so they'll still be able to hang from like the upstairs. I deleted that light so now it does look like a show light. And to practice acting, we need a mirror in The Sims 4. So I think I have to add a few of these. I'll add one over here in the corner too. We can add some random mirrors going above the counters. They can be sort of mismatching. Maybe the computer club made this one from things they gathered from their hike. And then we can add some of these posters from Get Famous just leaning against the stage. These are meant to be like stage props, so I'll add those there like that. And I think I will add a dining table here for them. They can reenact like a sitcom sort of thing here. Just like upstairs, I'm giving them different colored chairs. And Get Together does have some drama themed flags. So I'm definitely gonna hang a couple of those here. This is actually really cool. It does look like a little stage. They can film their cooking scenes. Maybe I will give them an actual oven. They have the toaster oven. Well, we can give them this one from City Living. Oh, and since we're in a fire hall, we definitely need smoke detectors. I'll add a few. And we'll add like an oil drum trash can. Okay, all we have left is the chess club. And the only space we really have left is over here by the entry. I don't know what kind of theme to go with for them. I was originally thinking like fashion girlies, and then they show up in like ball gowns or just high fashion to do their chess matches. But that is going to be so out of place in this bottom floor. It might match up top with our punk rock cheerleaders. Oh yeah, I did pick some drama club activities. So they're going to do acting routines, they're gonna cook, and they're gonna eat. Sounds perfect. And okay, let me get my chess tables. I'm gonna fit as many as I can over here without getting in the way of like the front door. Maybe we can try and give them some nicer chairs, but again, they're not gonna match. I'm trying to think of an activity that would involve fashion, and I think I'm gonna have to give them the Love Struck costume trunks. So I'm gonna add a couple of these. We can add some actual clothing racks like this one from Horse Ranch. This is gonna be the most out of place one. Like, why are we just gonna have clothes here like this? And what do we have for chess decor? Like, we have a chess trophy. Oh, they've got the little figurine. We can give them a little stand-up mirror. I want to give them some fluffy rugs. Like, this is gonna be very girly pop. This chess team just showing up in style. I can't stray too far though. I can't go over the top with this because obviously we are still building an abandoned location, but that can be why they are at the front. It'd be funny if these were old clothing racks of like fire uniforms. So here we have our chess spot for the fashion girlies. Activities would obviously be play chess, wear costumes from the costume trunk, and I guess that would be it. They don't really have anything for like changing outfits. Oh, they could knit. Wait, there is one for try on outfits. Okay, I've added that. I also do want to add knitting, but I'm not seeing it unless I'm missing it. So I'll leave it for now and I'll give them a knitting basket in the corner. Maybe they make all of their costumes. This has been the most random build. It's cute though. I feel like gameplay in here would be really fun. There's so much to do. I feel like it would be kind of funny to see all of the clubs get together at the same time. I could definitely see the chess girlies getting pretty annoyed with the drama club and like the cheer squad upstairs just like stomping around, making their punk music and doing their routines. It would either be really fun or a disaster. I did totally forget about my tower, but it worked out perfectly because that's where I put all of the bunk beds. And then on the top floor, I added more telescopes for our football team. And there's a mini fridge up there if anyone wants drama-free food. But that was us building a massive teen hangout lot for different clubs in The Sims 4. Let me know any video ideas that you guys want to see me do in the future. And if you guys like the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.